Hello, friends. Welcome to the very first episode of the Mobile Gamer Podcast. This is a collaboration between me and eMILSOMFAN, if I pronounced that correctly, hopefully. You can find his stream details below in the description, so make sure to check that out. It's a really fun stream with a lot of people from the Rush Royale community hanging out there. We will be talking about several subjects every 2 weeks. This week, we will be talking about, well, basically an introduction of Emil and myself. We will be talking about a lot of things Rush Royale, what we hope to see in the future, and of course, about the brand new version 4.0 that released today, well, yesterday actually. So, a lot of stuff to talk about, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope to see you guys very soon on the battlefield.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the first episode ever of the new Mobile Gamer podcast. And tonight I have Drop with me, who's also part of this project. Drop, do you want to
Hey
start off
guys.
by saying hi and introduce yourself?
Hey guys. Hope everybody is doing fine. So we decided to make this little podcast because we like doing it and because we want to inform you guys about a lot of stuff. We're playing Rush Royale actively at the moment, so let's see what's going on.
Yeah,
Maybe we should start with a little personal introduction. Do you want to start with that, or should I?
yeah, I can go. So I'm a Swedish old guy. I'm 30 years old. I'm a father of two. When I have the free time, I like to stream live on Twitch and also work at a mental institution for the criminally insane. So that's my full-time job and free time Twitch and kids, garden work, stuff like that. How about you?
Okay, nice. Well, I'm an even older guy. Let's just not go at the numbers. Let's just leave them what they are. But I'm from Belgium. I also have two kids, two little boys. So, when I'm not playing or working, I'm keeping busy with those guys.
Yeah.
I've had a giant history with gaming. We're the generation that where the gaming existed, or at least my generation. I remember the Nintendo 8-bit. That's where I started. uh, so a long time ago.
Okay, guys, so that's some personal information about us, but that's not what you're here for, guys. You want to hear about our interest of mobile gaming, right? So, for those of you that doesn't know, Drop is a content creator on YouTube, and you're going to be able to see this later on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then hello, guys. Uh, so for the players that have been playing Rush Royale for quite a while, you probably came across the tier list for Rush Royale already. And Drop is the dude who actually made the tier list from the early beginning and is the guy who's been doing the updates. He's responsible for the tier list, so to speak. So Drop, do you want to start off by telling us how you came up with the idea of creating the tier list, how it expanded, and how it come to what it is today?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Well, basically, when I started playing Rush Royale, we were, it was early, very early games. I think it was released in November 2020, and I started playing late November, early December, I think. So I was like looking like what's good, looking for some inspiration or some ideas, and I barely found any information. And the information I found was out of date or not, or just plain wrong. So I learned pretty quickly the way the game worked and the possible combinations. I was playing and learning the meta basically at the same time. And then I said like, yeah, why don't I make a tier list? So I did that in Google Sheets, and that's where it all started.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So yeah.
I remember when I first came across the tier list, it actually changed the game for me completely. So I was really proud of getting my very first Inquisitor, played a weird Inquisitor deck, and a friend of mine who I played all the games with, he sent me a link like, check this out. He's playing Inquisitor as well, just like you, but he's playing some other thing, and it's way better. You can check out what decks you want to play, and he linked the tier list, and it was like a bible for me. I read it, I checked it every day, waited for the new updates, and sticked with the meta. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the tier
Well,
list.
I think yeah, that's really cool. Very nice to hear. So yeah, with pleasure, of course. But yeah, there wasn't any info, so I knew that the thing of tier lists, the idea from other games I played, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll be first here to do it properly or try to do it properly. I never thought it would be this successful, if I can call it that. But I've gotten a lot of positive feedbacks on it, so I'm really glad I can help the people play, the community. And now I have the honor of creating my own community with a lot of great people. And but we'll get into that a bit later maybe. But yeah, it's everything started with that tier list, so pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. And the
So
tier
yeah,
list changed recently. What happened to it and why? Why did it move
yeah,
away from
yeah.
spreadsheets?
Yeah, the spreadsheet, the Google Sheets, it's really easy because it's like a website you can change really easy and you can get people on it. So that's easy. But we're a mobile game, and a lot of people only play or watch mobile, use the tier list mobile, and there was a lot of issues with Google Sheets being compatible mobile. So that was one issue, and at some point the tier list became very popular, where at peak times I had more than 100 or sometimes even 200 people watching the tier list at the same time.
Jesus.
And I was getting error messages from the sheets like, hey, you can't do this, there's too many people watching. So yeah, that's like little technical issues. Um, and I have to be honest, also a little bit of opportunism, can I call it that? Getting some more people into my Discord. I never thought it would be this big, but yeah, it's mainly uh, the ease of upgrading and the possibilities I have, because the changing, the upgrading the tier list now is a lot easier. In labor, like working on it. That's one, but there's also more of a community linked to it. On the sheets, you couldn't chat or stuff like that. So now
Yeah.
that's all here. People can come here, ask questions, and be part of a community.
Yeah, that's cool. So to see the current tier list, you go into Drop's Discord, which is right under his screen right there, guys. And you have my Discord here if you want to join that as well. So that's where you find the tier list right now. Join
Yeah,
Drop's
can
Discord.
I
That's the
can
only
I
place that it is found right now, right?
Well, there I want to correct you,
Okay.
because I do work with the together with Big Boss, his server. That's for many people the community server.
Oh
We've
yeah.
got the official Discord server. We have the fan made community server. That's Big Boss's server, and then you have my personal server. So I made it on my personal server, but I'm working together with the community server. They are um, well, basically the channel, the tier list is mirrored on their server, so you can either go, if you don't want to join my server, that's fine, you can join their server.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So, do you think that the tier list are gonna get some pretty big updates in the upcoming days since it's a new patch? The new patch released today, guys, 4.0. What do you think,
Yeah,
Drop?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't know where to start. I think there's gonna be changes. I'm not sure yet. It's one of those updates where my first impression is like, yeah, there's a lot of changes, cool stuff, but I don't know. Like the heroes, they're gonna be a lot of changes, so I have to implement that into the tier list, some way or form. But that's going to be cool. I have some ideas about that. Then pure on the decks, there's changes. I think we're going to go more into it later on. But we have the mini boss with its specific set of skills that will probably make it hard for certain decks or more difficult. We've got a little boosts going on. We've got a little bit of nerves going on. So yeah, I haven't been able to test a lot of stuff yet. We played a couple of games
Yeah, we
together
did some
already.
games. Yep.
Yeah,
Tried it
maybe
out.
we can do some. Yeah, maybe we can do some more later on the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. So we're probably gonna end the podcast with going through a few games and talking about the games as well.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of changes. I'm not sure yet, but I think so.
yeah, do you see any definite changes to the current meta right now? Like, is Hammer Time out of the meta? Is it going to leave? Is Meteor and Thunder not strong enough anymore? Since both Meteor and Thunder got nerfed and the
Yeah.
new boss removes crit.
Yeah. Well, to be really honest, I personally didn't play Meteor this season. In the very beginning, I played a couple of games, but then I switched to Hammer Time because I was playing Meteor the previous season the entire time. So it was a nice switch for me. But I've heard from from you actually that the impact from the meteor, the nerf isn't really that big. So I think it might still have a chance. We'll have to see. But Thunderer got nerfed, and I think with Thunder even getting more nerfed, that might be an issue because you're gonna have to spend even more meteors. I don't know if that's gonna be an issue. Um, the only other deck that could last that long into the late game is Hammer Time. So we'll have to see if the new mini boss will, destroy Hammer Time basically. Will it have that big of an impact that the crit damage from Hammer Time will no longer have an effect? We'll have to see. And one more last thing: the heroes. What impact will they have? I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's very interesting. That's a whole new aspect of the game with the heroes. So unfortunately, I've only had the opportunity to try out the trainer, the first hero that everyone gets, and I don't have any more heroes right now. But I played a few games versus both Jay and Snowflake, and Snowflake seems really interesting. Okay, I'd like some more active PvP stuff from the heroes, but Snowflake seems like it could be a game changer. It really
Yeah.
could. Yeah. So that's very interesting. What about the new cards? We got two new cards today as well. So first off, we got the catapult. Is it gonna replace bomb? What do you say, Drop?
Um, I don't know. Too soon to tell for me personally. My very first impression would be no. It's not. Nah, no, just no.
But
It's too slow.
oh,
No.
okay.
But I'm thinking a lot of a big trend I see in this new patch is um, a lot of things seem to go towards co-op, the co-op mode, the PvE mode.
Yeah.
I don't know. That I have a feeling a lot of crowd control on the heroes, on the new units. So maybe it's kind of a tactic like it shoots very slow, so it's not good enough for PvP, but you can create a point in the co-op mode. Maybe if it drops its catapult bombs or whatever you want to call them, right where the two lanes come together to the center. If you can block all the mobs over there, maybe that's going to be a tactic.
Yeah, that's very interesting actually. I'd like to try that out. So,
I can't come up with the name. There's an English word for it, like creating a point. I can't come up with the name. Anyway,
I don't know
let's move
either.
on.
Yeah. So the other new card is the Pyrotechnic, and you got it in your deck right now, or in your what's it called, inventory of cards. You got the
Yeah.
Pyrotechnic, right, Drop?
Yes, I do. I do.
What do you think about it?
I'm liking it. I've got all my hopes on it for this update. I don't know. I haven't gotten the card very high level yet, so not sure. Um, but I like the way they made it. The
Yeah,
first impressions, we discovered it together more or less. Is like you have an even number of pyrotechnics on the board or an uneven number, odd or even. When you
yeah,
have an odd number, it basically does a lot of damage, but it shoots slower, and it also attacks random.
yeah,
While if you have an even number of pyrotechnics on the board, it shoots a lot faster, the damage is less, and it attacks the first mob on the field.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. The first impression is in the fast mode, it's the damage is too low, and in the in the slow mode, let's call it, it's in the odd numbers. It's okay. It's not exaggerated, but it's okay.
yeah. So
So yeah,
we are used to playing like level 10, level 11, level 12 units. We don't play the low level units. We don't have any low level units anymore. So when we got the pyrotechnic, it's level 5. It's not doing
yeah,
that much damage right now because it's so low leveled. And a dear friend of mine made some calculations. His name is Boss Cross. He's one of the best players in this game right now. And he said that the pyrotechnic
never heard
is
of
go
him.
is gonna. You never heard of him?
No, I don't know who that is.
And the pyrotechnic's base damage when it's maxed out at level 13 or max level but base damage, so no level upgrades inside of the game but outside the game level 13 is gonna have a base damage of 1050. Okay, so that's a lot of damage. And I like the technical aspect of actually playing the pyrotechnic since you have to switch between odd and even number of units on the board. So
Yeah,
sometimes you have to go down to even numbers to take out the stuff that you missed, like the mini bosses that are about to pass through, and then go back to odd numbers to keep pushing back the entire wave. And that's it, some technical issues that, or technical difficulties that you need to overcome. So it's going to require some muscle memory to be implemented, some new thinking into the game, and you need to be technically skilled to actually play it. And that's very
yeah, yeah,
interesting for
yeah.
me.
It's yeah, I agree. I totally agree, and it's not gonna be that hammer time AFK play
Yeah,
where you have to wait 1.5 minutes between each move.
yeah,
So yeah, I agree, and I'm really I really hope they made it strong enough, and that it's gonna be a big impact on the meta, and that we see like a new style of playing.
yeah. I really hope so too. Yeah, the potential is great for getting some new aspects into the game that will make it so much fun. So much
Yeah,
fun. Okay, so what is your goal? It's to get the pyrotechnic right now to a higher level, right? So we can try it out. That must be a
yeah,
goal. Do you
yeah.
have any more goals right now for the game?
Yeah, right now I want to try as much testing as I can with the new update, and if we look further in the future, I'm hoping to have some more impact with my videos and my YouTube channel, like growing the content creation part,
Yeah,
and like playing a lot of things in the game. I hope there's gonna be a little bit more of like uh, theory crafting possible in the future when more characters, more units, I mean, more units will come out and stuff like that.
yeah.
So how about you? What's your goals or your aspirations for the future?
Yeah, so my current goal right now is to actually farm some gold. It's boring. I know it's a boring goal, but I need to farm gold because I have all the thunders I need to get it to level 12. So I need to farm gold.
Okay.
So I need to farm in 50k gold so I can get my thunder to level 12, and after that it's going to be to participate in the new event. I'm very hopeful for that. We're not going to discuss it anymore. We don't know that much about it other than what you've already read from the patch notes and their news about the upcoming event, but we're getting it this weekend, guys. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the rewards.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, more awards. So, uh, if you guys have any questions, I'm going to turn on the chat for you guys, and you can post your questions in the chat. And in the meanwhile, Drop will set up a cool deck with the 2 new cards, and he'll play 2 games versus me. One when I play the Hammer Time deck, we'll see how that works, and one when I play the Meteor deck. So, write your questions in the chat if you have any questions. I'm turning it off the subscriber only mode right now.
I'll
There we
play.
go.
I'll play the first deck. I'll play with 1 new card, and the other deck I'll play with the other new card. I'll
Yeah.
split them up.
Okay, let's do that. So first off, we have the Hammer Time.
Let's see. Let's see. So yeah, if you can see, when you have odd numbers like I do now, I have 1 pyrotechnics. I have the little flame on the guy, and that means he's shooting slower, but he's doing a lot more damage. And yeah, I didn't mention it earlier, but it's a big AoE attack. And I see Jera Bear, or how am I supposed to call you? Jera Bear or Jera Bear?
It's Jer for bear.
Or just Jer for Bear, the logical option. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
My brain does weird things sometimes, but okay. Do you think Pyro or Catapult will be the better card by the next season's end?
So what do you think about that?
Yeah, the next season or this season's end? Because yeah, I think the season is gonna restart. What next? By the weekend or by the end of the
Yeah,
weekend?
3 days before the
In 3
weekend.
days, yeah. So by the end of the coming season, the new season, that is, tough question. Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm thinking pyrotechnics. If I have to make a bet, I would bet on pyrotechnics. I don't see the catapult being anywhere near good enough in PvP, at least. In PvP, yeah. In co-op, in the PvE mode, I think there might be a chance in some weird way or form, but not for breaking any world records. I don't think so.
Yeah, so I agree with what you say. I think the pyrotechnic is the one that might be viable, but I'm not sure. We need to have it higher level before we can decide on if it's going to be in the current meta or the upcoming meta, so to speak, or not.
Yeah.
So right now, Drop is on uneven or odd numbers of pyrotechnics, and that's because he's doing more damage, and since he's only a boss on the field, it doesn't matter that it's random targeting. So always go for odd numbers when you're facing the boss.
And you will see in a little bit when the mini bosses come and it becomes a bit harder, they will always get a head start, and you will always have a mini boss trying to escape you. That's where the pyrotechnic becomes difficult. But now I could use my hero power like this. Boom. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye,
clean
mobs.
off the entire wave. Jesus. That Snowflake new hero is really, really strong. It's 8k all over the entire field. Everywhere, 8k damage on everything.
I'm already noticing, like, if I wouldn't have my slow, I would be in real trouble. So I think it really needs to have a slow with it, because it's random and you can't just always. If I switch to the fast mode right now, I'm gonna be dead. So I think it's really gonna need a slow. Again, a puppeteer, so you see the damage isn't that quick either. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it's doing a lot of damage. But it is lacking the potential, like, fast boss killers that are needed right now within new bosses like Puppeteer and the new mini boss as well. It is lacking
Yeah,
that kind of
so
damage.
for the waves, I kind of feel for now, maybe if I can level the card a bit higher, it will change completely. I don't know. But for the waves, I feel I need a slow to be able to survive. And for the bosses, I feel, yeah, you can see Puppeteer is a really nasty boss for this deck right now, because he brought my skills back to 0. I have to level everything up again, and I just can't kill him.
Yeah. So he's like a
So
contender for the Inquisitor, so to speak, but the Inquisitor has that stacking damage. The more you attack, the more damage it does to the same target.
yeah, I see Jer asked another question. Does the Heroes Edition make the game more pay to win than ever before? That's a really good question, because I made a comment about that on Discord earlier today. That was one of the first things I thought about. Like when I've gotten a few hero charts, I was like, I felt like, well, I spent quite a bit on of charts. I mean, I had 7,000 gems, which I all spent on the hero chest. So
Oh.
7,000 gems. That's enough. I still had them, so why not? I was waiting, and on top of that, I had the max level, the chests from the what's it called? Oh shit! I wasn't paying attention. My bad. No, the chest, from when you finish the pass, the season pass, the extra chests you can make. I had 13 or 14 saved up from that, so I got a few of the units, the 2 new units I got, low
Yeah.
level, and I've gotten a bunch of the shards, and it brought me to level 3 snowflake, level 4. Sorry, I got a level 4 snowflake. That's not even level 5,
Yeah.
let alone level 10. And I got level 4 or 5 on the other ones, or 3. So that's basically nothing. It's like not even halfway there, and it's 7,000 gems, so that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So
But at
because
level 5, you're getting a new spell, the best serve cold, and at level 10 is maxed out, and then you're getting the frostbite with the armor destruction.
yeah, so I'll take her. So at level 5, yeah, best served gold has a chance to slow monsters after receiving an activated negative effect, whatever that means. So more slow. That's basically it.
Yeah.
But my point is, we all know there's certain players with like 1,500% of crit chance, and that drop a lot of cash.
Yeah.
And his question specifically was, do you think it's more going to be more pay to win? Well, I do think that the players that are able to drop hundreds or thousands of dollars into the game, and there are that can do that, they will now have a big advantage. If somebody maxes out Snowflake today, yeah, I think he's gonna be
Yeah.
taking everybody out, no matter what deck he plays.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah. So
The
the
only the
short
only
answer, yeah, is for now it's gonna be more pay to win, right?
Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I would say yes, and the only how do you say, the other side of the medal, why it wouldn't be pay to win, is as far as I read the skills, you have to click the skill for it to activate, and it has a long cooldown. So, okay, his skill will be really strong, but he has to wait just as long as everybody to use it. So it doesn't have a benefit through the entire game.
Yeah,
Does that make
that's
sense?
true. That's a good point. Yeah, it does.
So, that 5 seconds or 8 seconds, he will have the benefit from the skill. Is that gonna make it pay to win? Yes or no? That's the question.
Yeah. Okay, let's do the second game. So we'll see the catapult as well.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Where is my 1 second?
Yeah, take your time.
I have to find it again. So I'm gonna put that one there. I'm not gonna make it that easy on you this time. So where are... I'm really having trouble finding my cards here. And there we go. Let's see what this will bring us.
So Drop needs one more level to get his next spell for Snowflake. That is interesting. I wonder how much of a difference it's going to make when it gets its second or third spell, so to speak.
Yeah. Are there heroes that give like a permanent boost? I haven't read up enough on that.
Like a passive skill? Or what do you mean?
Yeah, something like that. But for example, yeah, like
So,
the
the Snowflake that you're using has a passive skill. So every time I summon something, merge something, HQ something, or just combines the summoners, when I combine a summoner, there's the double the times is two new summons that something on the border, or that thing, that merge gets frozen.
Yeah.
For each and every one. That's a passive skill.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's good. But if you level Snowflake to level 10, that skill will not become like really powerful, or I don't think so. It will just keep doing what it does.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen anything about.
Yeah, so that's okay. But let's say if you get at level 5, that passive skill also gives you 10% crit, for example, and yeah, then it would be a really big advantage. But it's not the case, so that's good. There, Jer with the questions. It's a question machine, and he asks good questions, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Should the devs have increased the maximum level for units with the 4.0 update?
I would say no right away.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. No.
That's the short answer.
Yeah, that's the short answer.
If they
I think that
makes it more pay to win. Yeah, it's gonna make it more pay to win. There are only few people that have max upgraded units, and if you make it possible to upgrade them even further, they are the ones that will do it as well, and they will just make their advantage even bigger. So no, definitely not before everyone is catched up, or the community, so to speak, have catch up to them.
Damn. Playing and talking is not easy.
Well, if you're going to start live streaming in the future, you need to learn this.
Yeah, I definitely do, because I'm messing up left and right.
Yeah, it's not as easy as people think it is. It actually messes with your concentration a lot. And you guys notice now that Drop went full game mode since he leaked the first boss. So he's not gonna talk anymore because he really wants to win this.
No, I was gonna comment on the question from the levels. I agree with you totally. There's like a select few people that have a lot of units maxed, and then there's well, mid-tier kind of people like me maybe that has a few items, few units maxed, but the big part not. So if you increase the cap right now, it will only give the whales a bigger advantage because they can whale on and become stronger while the rest of us stays behind. I don't know. It's gonna be something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree.
We have Mike the Giant with a question. How often
Go for it, bro.
how often does that new mini boss come?
I don't have an answer for that. I haven't
Yeah.
figured out. I think it's in wave 3 that he shows his face the first time.
Yeah, something like that. Man, this Gorgon, it's taking out my inks all the time. Yeah, I don't have an answer either. I mean, I've got a job, so I've been at my job all day,
I
and I
think
haven't had
it.
it.
I'm not sure, but I think it replaces the regular mini boss at wave 3 and so forth. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure at all. We'll see if we make it that far. So this is the third wave right now. So the new mini boss should pop up here if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I'm not getting my.
Nope, I'm mistaken. That's the old mini boss.
I faced the mini boss now 2 or 3 times, and
Oh, here comes the new
I
one.
hear it
Okay.
furious. Let's see what Hammer Time does.
Yeah.
You know, it's still doing damage. I mean, it's a third wave, and it's not that horrible. The nerf, well, the anti-crit or whatever. Look, and now I just do this. What? They don't die. That's annoying. They didn't die. I wonder why that was. Oh, that's a good question. Jer, man, do you think all week about the questions you're gonna ask? Because you got some good questions, to be honest. So, what are you both most hoping for, looking forward to, with a future update? I like that question. You go first,
Okay, so
Emil.
what I'm expecting for future updates is definitely the spectator mode. I would love to see spectator mode in this game. We don't know if there ever gonna be one, but I really hope, and it's gonna make it possible to host tournaments and stuff like that. So spectator mode, that's the main thing. And the second thing that I like to see is more PvP factors into the game. Okay, so right now we only have one card. I don't know. Okay, Clock of Power just got a buff again. Don't know if it's viable at all. But I'd like to see more PvP based cards. We only have the Shaman so far, and Shaman isn't even in the current meta. Shaman is a bit too easy to counter. And I want to see more stuff that you can activate and mess up your opponent's board with.
Yeah. Who's gonna be first, you or me?
Oh, I'm gonna die here.
That was close. That was close.
Yeah, so guys, let's see it. Let's turn it back
Yeah, I
to this
wanted
one.
to pick in on that because I was also gonna say spectator mode. I
Yep.
think that's a really important part for streamers and for um, Also, if you want to like host a tournament or something, you can stream the tournament with spectator mode. But what I'm also hoping, that's what you said, hoping for, I'm hoping for a co-op PvP mode, 2v2
Oh,
PvP.
2v2. Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love
That's what I'm
that.
hoping for. That
Yeah.
or an event or something where you can do 2v2 PvP. That would be so awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Um, yeah, and then the spectator mode. That's something I would be very interested in. And then in general, more variation, more like more possibilities to theory craft. And now you have like a few meta decks. I compare it with if you guys ever played Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone when it really just launched at the very very beginning. I even played the beta, and it was the same like Rush Royale is now, in the sense that you had two or three decks that would be dominating everything, and people were getting annoyed about a certain deck, like Shaman in the beginning, like Shaman sucks and blah blah blah. They also had cards like that,
Yeah,
and then
they did.
a lot more cards came and a lot more options, and that card was still annoying and that deck was still strong, but there were so many options it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. A lot
Yeah.
more options.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, guys, so we are going to shut off the podcast for tonight, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we are going to do this every Monday, every 2 weeks at the same time. So 8 o'clock Central European Summer Time, every 2 weeks on Mondays. Is that right, Rob?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
You're totally right.
So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Stay safe out there, take care, and we'll see you on the next one.
Cheers, guys. Have a great time with the new patch. And like Emil said, everybody enjoy and see you guys in 2 weeks.